You're lying in bed, eyes wide open, heart racing, mind replaying everything from today and dreading tomorrow. And you're exhausted, but sleep won't come. I spent 2 years like that, until one simple bedtime prayer changed everything. What I'm about to share isn't a long, complicated prayer. It's actually just 3 words. But these 3 words, prayed at bedtime for 30 days, broke a cycle of nighttime anxiety I couldn't escape any other way. Most people never think to pray this before sleep, but when I discovered it during my darkest season, everything shifted. I'm going to show you exactly what it is and how to use it tonight. The prayer comes from Psalm 4, verse 8. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Now, most people read this as a nice bedtime verse, a peaceful image, and it is that. But here's what most people miss. David wrote this psalm while his enemies were hunting him. His son had betrayed him. He was running for his life. And yet, he could sleep. How? Because of 3 words hidden in this verse that became his anchor. For 2 years, every single night was the same. I'd get into bed exhausted, close my eyes, and immediately my mind would start. Did I mess up that email? What if my boss was upset? What if I lose my job? What about that bill, that conversation, that decision? On and on, every single night. I'd pray. God, please help me sleep. Please calm my mind. Please take away this anxiety. And some nights it helped, but most nights I'd lie there until 1 a.m., 2 a.m., sometimes 3 a.m. Exhausted but wired. Desperate for sleep but trapped in my thoughts. Until one night, completely worn out, I prayed something different. Here's what I learned. When you're lying in bed with anxiety, your brain is in threat mode. It's scanning for danger, replaying mistakes, imagining worst-case scenarios. And here's the problem. Most of our bedtime prayers are focused on the wrong thing. We pray, God, take away my anxiety. Help me sleep. Calm my mind. We're asking God to change how we feel. But David's prayer is different. He's not praying about his feelings. He's praying about a truth. And that truth becomes the foundation that lets him sleep, even while enemies surround him. There are 3 words in this verse that shifted everything for me. And they're so simple, you might think they can't possibly work. But they do. Listen to me right now. If you're tired of lying awake anxious every night, if you're exhausted from fighting your mind, what I'm about to share will sound too simple. But this is what finally let me sleep. After 2 years of sleepless nights, this changed everything. That night, instead of asking God to take away my anxiety, I did something different. I whispered, "You alone." Just that. You alone. And I focused on what it meant. Not my job, not my finances, not what people think of me, not tomorrow's problems. You alone, God. You alone make me dwell in safety. I repeated it. You alone, you alone, you alone. And something happened. My racing thoughts slowed. My clenched jaw relaxed. My mind stopped scanning for threats because I was focusing on a truth bigger than my fears. 20 minutes later, I was asleep. For the first time in months, I slept through the night. Remember those 3 words I mentioned? The ones David used? They're these. You alone, Lord. Not me and my efforts. Not if everything works out. Not when I fix all my problems. You alone. You? Not my strength. Not my control. Not my ability to figure it all out. You. Alone. Nothing else. No backup plan. No plan B. You are enough. When you pray this at bedtime, you're not asking God to take away your circumstances. You're anchoring yourself to the one truth that lets you rest, even when circumstances don't change. And notice what David says next. You alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Not, I make myself safe by solving every problem. Not, I'll be safe when everything's figured out. You make me dwell in safety. It's not your job to create your own peace. It's not your responsibility to control every outcome. That's God's job. Your job? Release it to Him. And that release happens when you pray. You alone. So here's what I want you to do tonight. When you get into bed and your mind starts racing, and it will, don't fight the thoughts. Instead, close your eyes and whisper, "You alone, Lord." Say it slowly. Let each word sink in. You alone, Lord. When the anxious thoughts come back, and they will, don't panic. Just return to those 3 words, you alone. It's not a magic formula. It's a truth you're anchoring to. You're training your mind to return to what's solid when everything else feels chaotic. Do this for 30 nights, see what happens. I think you're going to be surprised. You're not failing because you can't sleep. You're not weak because anxiety keeps you awake. You're human, and God knows that. He's not frustrated with you. He's not disappointed. He's inviting you to rest in Him. Tonight, before you sleep, pray those 3 words, "You alone, Lord." If this helped you, type "you alone" in the comments. And if you need prayer for sleepless, anxious nights, tell me below. I read every comment, and I will pray for you. You're going to sleep tonight, and you're going to be okay. God's got you, and so do I.